It's interesting regarding Leroy Sane. It was supposed to be his season, wasn't it, after being dropped from the Germany World Cup squad. Yet he hasn't started for Manchester City. Pep Guardiola not impressed with his attitude. Toni Kroos has jumped in as well. This is what the German international had to say about his teammate. Sometimes you have the feeling from his body language that it does not matter for him if we win or lose. He needs to find the right attitude, and if he shows all his qualities, then he can be an absolute weapon for us. What struck me about this, Craig, is the fact that you've got... It's not an ex-player, you know, it's not a pundit. It's his teammate saying this to the media.
Yeah, I think if it was Leroy Sane, I'd almost think twice about why bother. Do you know what I mean? He just seems to be... He seems a bit of a scapegoat at the moment. You know, a scapegoat for a side who performed badly without him.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, if it was me, and everybody's different. I mean, Leroy Sane's 22, he's not 18. He's still a young man, but he's not a teenager. If that was me and I was pitching up and I already was a Premier League winner, I was already a proven player, although he's not playing at the moment. I was one of the most talented players in European football. Clearly, there's a need for me in the German national team. I think I'd be standing up for myself to Toni Kroos or whoever else. But that's just me. Whether he does that, I don't know. But I wouldn't turn up to a training camp with any squad whilst my teammates out to the media talking about my attitude. I just wouldn't have it.
I don't remember this happening very much at all.
While I don't like the fact that Toni Kroos is doing this through the media, this is something that he should do in a conversation with Leroy Sane. And maybe it's a conversation that has taken place. We don't know. I don't like the approach by Toni Kroos. However, it's impossible to ignore the fact that it's now been three important people to Leroy Sane that have said there's a problem here. Jogi Löw, who passed on Leroy Sane in the World Cup, and Pep Guardiola, who has passed on Leroy Sane early on in the season and saying, alluding things about his attitude. And now his national team teammate, Toni Kroos, saying there's a problem with his attitude. So if these three people in three separate worlds are saying exactly the same thing, then there may just be a problem with Leroy Sane's attitude. And so, though I agree with the fact that, yes, he's got to stand up for himself, he's also got to show a change, and he's got to show maturity, and he's got to show some growth, and he's got to show performances on the field for Germany that haven't happened all that often and all that well.
The only one of those three that I give any credence to is Pep Guardiola, because he's his club manager, and it's his responsibility to get the best out of Leroy Sane now. I am still amazed at not just the failure of this German national team at the World Cup, but how everybody involved, it seems, is looking for a scapegoat. First it was Mesut Ozil. He's no longer in the picture, and now it's Leroy Sane, who wasn't even at the World Cup. Yet somehow it's his body language that translates to poor performances. I just don't get it. I think it's time players like Toni Kroos, as good as he is, as much as he's won, as much as he's achieved, as respected as he is, to take responsibility for what happened this summer. Stop pointing the finger at everybody else but yourself. Put that right, and then figure out how you fix everybody else's